Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Daria Reactions. I'm Fred. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. We are beginning season 5 of MTV's Daria, and it is cold as hell. It is literally 32 degrees at the exact time that I'm recording this, at exactly 1 p.m. on the what's the days? Check the calendar here. 8th of February. So yes, it is cold. It is freaking frigid, to say the least here. So anyway, season 5, MTV's Daria. It aired in 2001, which corresponds with my senior year of high school. So for me, looking back on Daria, it's like it's synonymous with my high school, with my journey through high school. So it's been great revisiting every single episode, and we got 13 more to go. Technically 14. With Is It College Yet? The series finale movie, which oddly enough that aired in 2002. So with that said, the season opener, Fizz Ed. What do I remember about the episode in question? Is that it is the episode where Lawndale High strikes a deal to be sponsored to allow a ton of soda vending machines and marketing materials to be in the school. Um, and that's what I distinctly remember. On top of that, I believe around the same time, The Simpsons also did an episode on vending machines and stuff and junk food and stuff being readily accessible as well. Maybe it was after. I just remember that also being a thing, and it was amazing why I'm remembering these things a bit more specifically, because again, early 2000s, I was in high school. Again, I graduated in '01, and my senior year they were bringing in vending machines and stuff, making them almost. There was some controversy there, that the fact that in addition to, like, okay, the normal school lunch, the stuff that was easy, that was actually being prepared uh by the culinary students, like, okay, you now had, like, you could easily get like sodas and chips and other stuff in the cafeteria, and there was a huge, there was a point of contention, to say the least, there. um I mean, I can understand, like, people be really concerned about that, certainly as it relates to elementary school, but high schoolers, it was still a touchy matter there. But I'm trying to think. Do we have a Was there a Powerade machine in my high school? Because I think there. No, I think that was added afterward. I'll have to check my brother. I have to ask my younger brother, because he went to the same high school I did, but he went several years later. So I'll have to check to see if double check and ask if there was there. I Because I think it was being brought in when I graduated. Like, for the following year, those were being installed. But uh, I can't fully remember. I just remember, like, the big hubbub and stuff. Any which way, for those who know or don't know, here we do you don't hear any audio from the episode itself, and we do the display capture with the circle-ish and the blurs on and off, mostly to get around YouTube's content ID. And since I do a running commentary anyway, it's so you can almost sync these up with the episode themselves. So All right, so let's get to it. Daria and Jane looking a bit scruffy here. The rumple clothes look actually does fit Jane's personality a bit. Jane, you changed your look numerous times. Voters reject property tax increase for third consecutive year. School face cuts. Crap, says the governor. Mr. O'Neill is depressed about the school budget. He only said darn. Well, for him, that's definitely a swear. You know what's kind of weird? That Mr. DiMartino, I would assume that Mr. DiMartino would have had Quinn in his class. Wait a second. I know for a fact Mr. O'Neill's classroom was pretty well supplied, and just because there's a cut in the budget, it would not remove the maps and stuff that he already had. But Brittany can't pin. There's no budget for the color red. See, one would think the teachers will go after Principal Lee about this matter. Oh wait, Mr. O'Neill is. Oh wait, he's saying like take money away from the school security. And it's like you think Principal Lee is going to put the safety of Lawndale High above the education? Yes, she is. But she will support the school football team and making sure that they're well equipped, not necessarily the teachers. So then they need 12 they need 12 vending machines in the school plus the right for advertising everywhere, putting banners and stuff in different portions of it. It's kind of to one extent it makes sense in that regard. And Lawndale High is not exactly a small high school too. Is that actually small? So if it wasn't for the excess advertising, yeah, she's getting $50,000 for it too. Look, promotion inside school corridors is a thing. Think about how many. If you've been to, well, I've been in some schools. Mostly, I was in a Catholic school for a year and a half. I got thrown out, and they have blatant advertising in there too. When was the last time we seen Mrs. Barch? And I keep calling her Mrs. Branch. Mrs. Barch's science lab. I was. It had to be since season one. She's speaking in hushed tones. Yeah, definitely. Who cares? Well, if it was in March, you will hold a meeting on the 30th day of the of the 13th month. That's always a Sunday. Stupid March weather. Once again, the Morgendorfers are eating lasagna. Dip is short for this disaster. Eric Jake does not want to. Jake wants to enjoy the Super Bowl. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be around Helen's coworkers. 5 people to talk to Jake. I mean, Jake is cool. Like if you share his interests and stuff, and it's like avoid him getting worked up. School meeting at 6. Super Bowl kickoff at 6:04. Jane, you don't even watch football. What are you talking about? And I know we've seen Jane in that hooded sweatshirt before at the start of season 4. That gray thing that Daria is wearing. I can't remember. Did she wear that previously? And that's in the same episode in the anti-social climbers episode. I can't fully remember. Yes, she was going to say something. Yeah, there'll be a vending machine everywhere. I do like this guy's design and the look, or at least with the hair and everything. It definitely has a sleazy corporate shell. So it's a nice he definitely has a nice solid look. Well, Daria is overestimating how smart her fellow students were. Uh, they changed the bumpers at least back to the slower motion and not the carousel. I like those bumpers better. I still prefer the ones from seasons 1 to 3 where it held on one shot. But still, he's glow. Kevin is absolutely glowing. Do they change the school the colors of Lawndale High? Ultra Thompson. Yeah, Thompson. You know what? Kevin would name his kid Ultra. I can totally buy it. I can totally buy it. Oh yeah, that's right. Jody is a bit of a sellout. Now that I think about it, it's like she's mulling it over. But I think back to the mall episode where Jody really has her first big breakout moment. Is like she's speaking to the mall executive, and then as soon as they give him like coupons or something, she's like on board. Like, but it's it's kind of weird that she would be a sellout. Daria does not complain. She points out the obvious of something wrong with the situation. All you want to do was sit at the table, and she had a hankering for a hound. Like, wait, what? Daria is not a malcontent. Square peg, fine, but you can jam a square peg into a round hole. Daria does not complain. There's the running. There is a bit of a running gag here with Jane being dragged along. It's like, oh, she asks to be walked over. What does her extra curriculars have anything to do with anything? Oh wow, that's the third time to ask if she drinks soda. Yeah, Daria tried to go work within the system. Oh, he's gonna think about it. Well, but yeah, but geez, what does Daria's extracurricular activities have anything to do with her being actually concerned? And like he told us that at the what the hell was it? The like for a college application, and now Principal Lee is being sued because the students aren't drinking the sodas. Aha. Again, it's weird that they have this winter look. And yeah. That's a freaking eyesore. Like staring at a tunnel of Mountain Dew. Hey, Upchuck is actually in the scene. Oh, independent studies, like she puts Upchuck in the closet? Like if we didn't know that Upchuck was what the actual hell's up with that? Ay. Poor Mrs. Branch having to read this commercial advertising is like, God damn. That works too. Boy, the hard sell on the ultra on the soft drinks is ridiculous. Mr. DiMartino is gonna snap. Kill it! Kill it! Brittany in a can. She's round and shiny. She could feel her arms before? Yeah, well, grades. Oh, yeah, it's gonna blackmail him with their grades. She's snapping. Everyone has an average below C. Why she's doing a hustle on the side there. Yeah, yeah, it's very much immoral principle, Lee. Calculate. Wait, calculate. The football team doesn't have calculators. Let me put it this way: I can barely get through like a medium soda when it like. Up, Chuck being the announcer. I totally forgot about that because we rarely see it. That's a sad sight right there. All the soda that they drank. Wow, what a time to go. Principal Lee is just snapping. She's like a gremlin. Or is she on a sugar high? In case of emergency, yeah, she she broke the other one easy. Wait, she smashed the other one quite easily. Oh, okay, she got into it. And she's off to the hospital. You know, it, they did kind of like, Daria was successful in getting things pulled back to where, okay, advertising on the tickets. Uh, Wait. Oh wow, the advertising is still on the school itself for people flying overhead. Okay. This episode, how how can I put it? It kind of really fell off the ran off the rails with how silly it got with the hard soda push and Principal Lee like going like all in on it. It's her de-evolving into a shilling gremlin. To one extent, you could say it's adorable. To another extent, it was disturbing as hell. Um, the school board member showing up and seeing what was going on as Principal Lee was completely snapped. It was perfect comedic timing, but at the same instant, it's like maybe he should have taken Daria a lot more seriously and not just assuming that she was trying to do something for her college application. Because technically Daria already has something there. Like every activity that she kind of got like coerced into or forced into doing because of Principal Lee. Because at this point in the series, Daria got roped into quite a bit. I do have like a question also on the continuity because I kind of feel it was like a missed opportunity here, considering what happened with Is It Fall, with Quinn being in Mr. DiMartino's class and actually being able to ask a question. Instead of having Quinn actually being in Jodie's spot there and showing her intelligence to that degree, uh, I'm not her, doing a class presentation. Actually, would have been really cool to see. I get why they still got to keep Quinn attached to the hip with in that pigeonhole of with just the fashion club. But at the same time, it would have been nice to see her in a spot since we know that she is in Mr. DiMartino's class. But um, and again, when was the last time we saw the Mrs. Barch's science lab? Well, it was because it had to be season one. Because I don't think they did anything in her classroom in seasons two. Certainly not in seasons 3 or 4, and I don't think they did anything in season 2. No, they didn't. So it's been a while but we actually got to see the interior of her classroom. Granted, it served as a great punchline for like all the advertising space. Um, it's actually also one of the few times we see Mr. O'Neill get mad when he uses the word darn. So there's that. I think that this about covers everything for this particular episode. So we'll wrap this up here. Next episode that we'll cover next week will be Sappy Anniversary. So with that said, tighten your friendship bracelets, stay safe, have a good one, like, comment, subscribe if you're so inclined, and we will see you next time, or in my case, in just a few minutes, because I'm going to be recording the next episode shortly. Until see you later, folks.